Well, it's been nearly 20 years since one of the darkest days in Wisconsin football history.
Dozens of students were nearly crushed to death that Halloween weekend.
Jessie Garcia talked with a survivor and takes a look at how stadium security has improved.
Yeah, you got some people with possible serious injuries. You're going to need some fire rescue units.
The images are horrifying.
I thought we were going to die.
Mae Jansen was a 19-year-old sophomore from Anago, Wisconsin. She and a group of friends were in the 6th row. A party unfolded on the field. Then everything happened quickly. Fans rushed to join the celebration.
There was this feeling, this surge, and all at once I was picked up and I got pushed to the left. My roommates got pushed to the right, and by then it was just like somebody was just closing in on my lungs. Everybody started screaming. Panic set in.
Many in the stadium were still clueless. The band played on. Brookfield native Joe Panos was one of a handful of football players who suddenly realized that things were out of control.
I saw other people screaming, there's people underneath me. That's when I realized, that's when I knew that this is bad, really, really bad.
I was up against a fence, and there were bodies around me and people screaming. And I do remember the announcer saying, "Please get off the field."
People who are very seriously injured. We're not making this up.
It got to the point where I could barely take a breath. I do remember that. Little gasps.
Holy God, help these people. I just started hauling, yanking people out.
Panos pulled 3 or 4 people from the bottom of the pile. They were called PNBs, pulseless non-breathers.
Eyes were rolled over, they were blue, urinated on themselves, vomit coming down out of their mouth, blood out of their nose. Yeah, I thought they were dead.
And within a few minutes, I could sense something was wrong. Now I got players coming in the locker room, they're crying. It was scary, it was very emotional.
Mae walked in a daze to her dorm and then to find her friend who was resuscitated on the field.
The hospital was out of control as well. There were students everywhere. It was a sea of red.
I visited the girls that were there, and it was kind of freaky because they're all bandaged up, and their eyes were red, like blood red.
This is what the field looked like the day after the Stampede, and this is what it looks like today. As you can see, those fences have been taken down, and while they do still have barricades in front of the student section, there are clear exit areas.
I know we moved the students. We put them in the end zone now.
20 years later, Mae lives in Peoria, Illinois, married, a mother of 3, and a lawyer. She keeps a scrapbook from the Stampede and admits the after effects linger to this day.
I think it will always be there, somewhat. I get a little leery at concerts, crowds, things like that. I always know where the exit is.
More than 70 were injured, not 1 died.
Mustard.
Mae knows how close she came to tragedy and feels extra emotion welling up when she looks at her girls.
It does. Appreciate it.
In Peoria, Illinois, Jessie Garcia, TMJ4.